It's all covered in today's China Truths.
China's epidemic is rising rapidly, with many young people passing away unexpectedly. China's epidemic is rising rapidly, and the number of sudden passings has increased sharply, including many well-known academicians, professors, and business elites, and it is showing a trend of younger age, with many young and middle-aged people and even young people in their teens and 20s passing away. The owner of a private clinic in Hohhot, Inner Mongolia, who goes by the pseudonym Liu Kun, revealed that the epidemic has persisted, and there are many symptoms of coughing, sputum, vomiting, and diarrhea. Liu Kun, pseudonym, the owner of a clinic in Hohhot, Inner Mongolia. Many patients come, and the symptoms last for a long time. Most of them are not well for several months. Many people are absent-minded and have no spiritual energy, or we say that the soul is no longer his, he has forgotten it, and his eyes are not right. There are many suspected sequelae. According to the characteristics of infectious diseases, there may be an explosive growth in June and July. According to online news, the number of sudden passings has increased sharply recently, including many young girls and boys in their teens and 20s, as well as well-known academicians, professors, and business elites. Liu Kun said that since the outbreak of the epidemic in recent years, China's population has dropped precipitously, and it is estimated that it is now less than 1 billion people, but the official data is concealed. Liu Kun, pseudonym. There must be many severe cases, but the news is not easy to get. Sudden passing is more common in people around 50 years old, and there are also cases in people in their 30s. It is often caused by myocardial infarction, cerebral infarction, or cerebral hemorrhage, which is related to the current new crown. It will cause people's immunity to be low and will attack your weaker parts and rapidly deteriorate. There is a local custom that firecrackers are set off after passing, which is more frequent. Mr. Xu, a citizen of Bengxi, Liaoning, said that the CCP has been concealing the epidemic, and ordinary people have misjudged it as a common cold and neglected to take precautions. Mr. Xu, a citizen of Bengxi, Liaoning Province. Some of my friends and relatives have caught a cold. In fact, we have realized that it may be the epidemic, the mutation of the new coronavirus. Some of them have been dragging on and have not been getting better. This disease cannot be cured by medicine at all. The sudden passings are very young, all in their 40s and 50s. On May 21, 2025, a truck at a construction site in Pudong, Shanghai, was sealed for epidemic control, with a no-getting-off notice on the door, raising legal concerns. Days later, on May 26th, a quarantine notice surfaced for a primary school student in Guangzhou's Huangpu district, who had tested positive on May 18th and was quarantined at home until May 25th with a return-to-school certificate required. These incidents sparked public concern, with many saying, "The lockdown is back." Meanwhile, Chinese social media is flooded with posts reporting elderly frontline doctors dying from a new COVID-19 strain, a rise in people suddenly collapsing in public, and increasing sudden deaths among ride-hailing and truck drivers. One netizen lamented, "Nowadays you don't wait until old age. Anyone could pass away anytime, anywhere." Zhejiang Financial Circle earthquake. All branch presidents of the 4 major banks dismissed recently. The former branch presidents of China's 4 major banks in Zhejiang, the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, the Agricultural Bank of China, the China Construction Bank, and the Bank of China, were all dismissed in a wave of financial anti-corruption, sparking heated discussion online. On May 27th, the current leadership section of the official website of the Zhejiang Qiantangjiang Financial Research Institute suddenly went blank, and the profile of former President Shen Rongqin disappeared. After a friend in the mainland financial industry disclosed this to a reporter from the Epoch Times, the reporter verified the information and found it to be true. Shen Rongqin's resume is no longer accessible. According to the Global Times on May 30th, Shen Rongqin, former president of the Zhejiang branch of the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, was taken away for investigation on May 27. Public records show that Shen Rongqin began his career at the People's Bank of China in Xianzhou County, Zhejiang Province, and later joined the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China. He served as Deputy President and President of the Xianzhou branch, Deputy President and President of the Taizhou branch, and Deputy President of the Zhejiang branch. In 2006, he was transferred to Shandong as President of ICBC's Shandong branch. He returned to Zhejiang in 2011 to serve as President of the Zhejiang branch. Earlier, on May 7, Feng Jianlong, former president of the Zhejiang branch of the Agricultural Bank of China, turned himself in and accepted investigation. On April 22, Caitong Securities issued an announcement stating that it had received a notice from the family of independent director Gao Qiang that he was unable to perform his duties due to personal reasons. Then, on April 29, it was announced that Gao Qiang was under investigation. In April last year, Guo Xinggang, former president of the Zhejiang branch of the Bank of China, was investigated, and in December he was formally arrested. So far, Shen Rongqin has become the fourth former branch president to fall, after Guo Xinggang of the Bank of China, Gao Qiang of the China Construction Bank, and Feng Jianlong of the Agricultural Bank of China. The four are now referred to online as the Zhejiang Branch 4. The news also ignited widespread discussion on social media. Xing Jun, a former corporate department manager who worked in Beijing's banking sector for 10 years, lamented on the 28th, "What's going on with the banks lately?" The four major banks, ICBC, ABC, BOC, and CCB, all got hit at once. Who's the most nervous right now? He also joked that Shen Rongqin, once praised as a caring leader for his employees, still couldn't land safely even 8 years after retirement. The four of them used to hold meetings together and offer advice on banking development. Now, are they going in for a meeting? Or a mahjong game? Sewing machines might be their only companions now. Some netizens within the banking system expressed frustration. We on the lower levels were forced to complete all kinds of tasks, and then the higher-ups were taken away. What were those tasks even for? The top ate all the benefits. Mr. Huang, a Beijing-based bank employee, said on the 30th that the downfall of the four bank presidents was inevitable. He further analyzed, "The resources controlled by branch presidents don't match the returns they receive. Take Beijing as an example. Their loan approval authority can reach 1 to 2 billion yuan, but their legally compliant annual income is only 1 to 2 million yuan. While that's a decent salary, it's far from the value of the power they hold. Where there is power, there is room for monetization. They don't need to seek it out. People will come flocking to cooperate with them. It's all too easy to go down a path of no return." Additionally, Yu Liming, former president of Bank of Hangzhou's Zhejiang branch, was also taken away for investigation on April 2nd. According to mainland media reports, in the authorities' financial sector crackdown, 87 people were investigated in 2023, including 8 central government officials. In 2024, that number rose to 97, including 3 central government officials and 15 regulatory officials. In 2025, several figures were dismissed early in the year. In January, Che Deu, former president of the Bank of China's Tianjin branch, and Zhao Hui, deputy president of the Agricultural Bank of China's Sichuan branch, along with 6 others, were successively removed. On March 21, Wang Huimin, a former member of the China Securities Regulatory Commission's Party Committee and head of its Central Commission for Discipline Inspection Group, was placed under investigation, becoming the first central government official in the financial system to fall in 2025. An unprecedented signal has appeared. Deposit interest rates at many Chinese banks have now dropped below 1%. On May 20th, China's 6 major state-owned banks, Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, Agricultural Bank of China, China Construction Bank, Bank of Communications, and Postal Savings Bank of China, along with China Merchants Bank, all slashed deposit rates. The 1-year time deposit rate plunged below 1% for the first time, down to 0.95%, while the current deposit rate sank to just 0.05%. Joint stock banks raced to follow. CITIC, Industrial Bank, SPD Bank, Everbright, Huaxia, Minsheng, CGB, Ping An Bank, and others lowered their 1-year time deposit rates to 1.15% and 2-year rates to just 1.2%. First Financial Daily reported on May 26 that this sparked panic among depositors. Huang Yuan, alias, a depositor from Fujian, had 2 deposits maturing in June, previously earning 3.5%. Her future income is now in free fall. 1 million yuan in savings will see interest over 3 years drop from 105,000 to just 39,000 yuan. With rates in free fall, once hot products like large denomination certificates of deposit and notice deposits have lost appeal. Major banks are now phasing out multi-year CDs and cutting interest rates sharply. Bank of China currently has no CDs over 2 years available, a silent sign of tightening. Even private banks once known for high-interest offers have caved. Zhongbang Bank, as of May 25th, only offers CDs up to 1 year, with rates maxing out at a mere 1.65%. Last year, the same bank offered over 3%. In this climate, the former frenzy for large denomination certificates has faded. One depositor admitted, "I've stopped rushing. The rate gap just isn't worth it anymore." Bank of China clearly marked the price. Deposit 10 million children can go to Google and Microsoft for internships. Red Star Capital Bureau reported on May 26 that some netizens exposed shocking details on social media. Industrial Bank's WeChat account recently promoted a 2025 elite internship program that grants wealthy clients' children exclusive access to internships at top global firms. The bank's promotional materials made it crystal clear: new customers must deposit over 10 million yuan and old customers over 5 million yuan to secure internship spots at giants like JP Morgan, CICC, Google, Microsoft, and ByteDance. But there's a catch: the funds must remain untouched throughout the internship period. 2 industrial bank employees confirmed the program's existence, but said registration had already closed. One added that the campaign was launched by the head office to assist wealthy clients' children in studying abroad and landing jobs. Only 40 spots were available. The news exploded online. Netizens lashed out, "Are banks openly selling internships now?" Others lamented, "Capital decides everything. Ordinary people have no chance." If you're not rich, your child is locked out of the future. On May 26, Red Star Capital Bureau noticed that the post about the internship program had been quietly removed from Industrial Bank's official account.
It's all covered in today's China Truths.